If you are a man in 2023, it's a very confusing time. What is it that women actually want? Because you have female dating coaches telling men to do this and that, which is working against them. Fake alpha men overcompensating their insecurities. And we have feminism telling men to suppress their assertiveness and their natural desires. So where's the truth? The biggest ever survey has been done about sexual preferences. 500,000 respondents. Can you imagine? 345,000 women telling you exactly what it is they want. To be quite honest, the results were shocking to me. I knew that we were in a very unhealthy place with masculinity and femininity. This recent survey, it is literally showing on what crooked path we are on. If you are a man watching this will be your wake-up call to now finally know the truth about what it is that women want from you. We're going to discuss the results, and after I will describe to you the archetype that every woman dreams of at the end of the day. What's up, guys? I have no time for an intro this time. I'm very happy you're here. I'm just too excited to start, so let's get into it. So there were many questions regarding sexual preferences and other things towards men and women. And the most shocking and interesting question was about dominance and submissiveness. Men were asked, do you prefer to be dominant or submissive in the bedroom? Only 40%, guys, 40% said that they want to be dominant in the bedroom. That's less than half of the men. And I don't have to tell you, the natural desire of a man that has a masculine energy is to be dominant. Right? There's always some exceptions. Granted, this is though a very small minority. The natural tendency is to be dominant, and the bedroom is usually the most vulnerable example and leading object for their behavior in life. I didn't know that at this point in 2023 that it went so far. But here comes the even more shocking part. Women responded to the question, do you prefer to be submissive in bed, with 60%. There's a deficit of 15% of men not stepping up to the plate to choose that dominant role. To even say, I don't want to fill that dominant role because I've learned it's bad, because I've learned to suppress it, because that's what all the media says, because that's what I see in the movies, that's what I see here and there. Expressing your dominance in life and in the bedroom is a very healthy thing because it comes from a place of love, right? You could even say that expressing your dominance in the bedroom is a way of serving your woman as well, because it is what she desires. In a sense, you're playing this beautiful dance. There's two polar opposites that create and build this amazing amount of attraction and energy with each other. It doesn't have anything to do with taking something from the other. You're fulfilling your natural role. You don't have to suppress it. I'll give you another example in a bit, but women are even telling you now, we need men to step up. If you haven't controlled this side of you yet, please be careful expressing it. I mean, if you are a man that you know you have good intentions, right? You know you are a loving person, then stop being the nice guy. Start discovering this more masculine side inside yourself and know that it's okay to express it. Even more so, women want you to express it, not only in the bedroom, but also in the relationship, also in your career. She wants you to fucking go out there and kill it and bring back the dough, right? And lead the relationship and open her doors and do all these things for her. You are simply a man that wants to feel good and you're entitled to. And that's by expressing that masculine side of yours in the bedroom and outside of the bedroom. It is your preference. So if you're dealing with a woman who doesn't like that, and in a loving way, look elsewhere. There will be enough women, and the survey confirms it, that want you to step up. So remove yourself from the noise and the advice you hear that goes very well against your nature and against a woman's desires. Start expressing your natural masculinity. If you know you can do it in a healthy and controlled way, start stepping up. Not because I want you to be happy and you should be happy, but also because women want you to. Another huge example that has always been there is the is the whole literary genre of erotic novels that is still incredibly popular, and series are made of it, right? Twilight, 50 Shades of Grey, and every single time you can very clearly see how appealing it is to women. So what's going on here? It's the exact same thing. It's the raw, rough, masculine, violent, dominant man that also has mastered the ability to be loving. It is this archetype that a woman is looking for if she is somewhat connected to her feminine essence. So, how does that look like for you? Masculinity is mostly about balance, right? If you are a UFC fighter and you can literally fuck anyone up in this world, then the one side of the spectrum is mastered, but there is no ability to be present with her and to be loving. And on the other side, if you're incredibly empathic and loving, but you haven't mastered your violent side, your darker edge, then you will be the nice guy that unfortunately gets friend zoned a lot because you are just the nice guy and this raw edge is missing. And frankly, it's less about her finding you than weak. It's more about her not trusting you because you haven't discovered this edge within yourself. So she feels uncomfortable. She wonders, like, does he even have this darker edge, this violent side? And if so, can I trust it even? Because he doesn't seem to explore it or never show it. So what a woman there is uncomfortable with or afraid of is that he's not in control of this potentially very violent side that one day will just go to the extreme and he cannot control it. In simple terms, she wants you to be able to defend her and the family, that you have discovered this aggressive, violent side together with the capacity to control it and to be loving. She wants you to be capable of creating resources that is simply succeeding in life and is building status, but at the same time is loving and generous with it. Right? It is always the balance between the two. Often the mistake that a lot of men make is that I need to be this fucking gorilla alpha male and get the one up on every man that I see. This isn't masculinity. This is insecurity. Masculinity is in the middle. It's the balance. It's your ability to be aggressive, but to have controlled it. It's your ability to be assertive yet loving. Tender aggression. She doesn't expect you to be welterweight champion of the UFC. She wants you to have discovered your violent side so that she can trust you and that she can feel safe walking with you through a park and raising children with you because you are in control of your violence and you can use that to protect her and the nest. It is your ability to be assertive and dominant in the world to garner resources and then be loving enough to share it with her. The same in the bedroom. She wants you to be dominant, but not in a way that is taking something from her. She wants you to be in control of it and to be loving in your dominance, healthy in your masculinity. And what women are now saying to you is that, please, we have enough of the kindness, enough of the loving side, of the good guys. We want to see you now. Control your dominance and violence and bring that to the relationship. Bring that to the dating scene. 15% is the current gap. Women are dissatisfied in the bedroom and therefore dissatisfied in relationships. Men are not stepping up, and this is your cue to start discovering your darker edge and start channeling that in a healthy way, bringing that to your relationship, bringing that to your dating life, and start feeling better as a man, allowing her to feel better as a woman. And for now, that's it. Good luck and see you in the next one.